All right, good morning, everyone. What a absolutely beautiful, beautiful Monday morning. How many of y'all had a drive of around an hour or so this morning? Anybody drive a distance? Wasn't it just a gorgeous day? The leaves are absolutely perfect, so I'm so glad that we can be here on campus at Virginia State here in Petersburg, and I want to thank all of you for being able to be here with us today. My name is Matt Lohr. I have the great honor of serving as the Secretary of Agriculture and Forestry here for Governor Youngkin. And these events that we do, this is the fourth one, have really become just a highlight of being able to look for people out there in agriculture who have an interest in production agriculture. Some of you I know maybe are already farming. Some of you are thinking you may want to farm. Maybe some of you are here looking at how you can expand your operations, but we're really happy that all of you have chosen to spend the day with us here. And so I want to thank all of you for coming. I want to thank my team. These things take a lot of work to put together, as you can imagine. And one thing different about this year, this one, is that we're recording this. So you'll see cameras, and if you are a presenter, just make sure you're always speaking into the microphone, because our goal is to be able to take all of these segments and post them on our website so that people can tune in if they want to see what are some of the things that we're doing in lending or conservation. So we want to make sure that we can post this today, which is exciting that we can do that as well. My team has been very helpful in arranging all of this. Elle Smith right here. Elle is my executive assistant who's done a lot of work, and Josie Rayo is back there, hiding as usual. Would you give these two a big hand for me if you would? Really appreciate their work. The other thing that's really cool is that we have a nice lunch that's going to be served today that's going to be free to everyone here because of our sponsors. And so certainly want to thank Farm Credit over here, First Bank and Trust back in the back, and then our local bank here, Bank of Southside Virginia, is also back here. They will also be on the program, but in addition to sharing that knowledge, they're going to be here as well, writing the check at the end of the day to cover the expenses. So would you join me in giving our sponsors a big hand as well? And also want to thank Virginia State University for hosting us today. This is great to have a chance to open up the facilities here for all of us to see the great work that's taken place. And really, there's a whole team of folks. Dr. Corley, I know you'll speak here in just a minute, but your whole team is here. They've been so helpful and so accommodating to us and being able to use this space. And not only just today, but the work that they do in working with our ag industry. And so I just want to thank you again for your partnership in that. So how these things all came about. So I've been in office now close to 2 years. I came in with Governor Youngkin in January of last year. And we sat down with Governor Youngkin early on and we were educating him about agriculture. Now, you all know that agriculture is our largest and most important industry in Virginia. And in my role, I oversee the Department of Agriculture and then the Department of Forestry and the Virginia Racing Commission. So agriculture and forestry together are the first largest and the third largest industries, over $100 billion of economic impact. Almost 500,000 Virginians work in agriculture. And as we were sharing some of this information with the governor, he was asking a lot of questions. And what he kept asking about is the future. What does the next generation look like? And it really got us thinking, and he said, the legacy that we leave here isn't really what we do today, but it's what we can do for the next 20, 30, or 50 years. So we did some surveys to see what are the biggest obstacles that individuals have who want to get into agriculture. And it's no surprise, financing is the #1 barrier that we find to folks wanting to enter into agriculture. So in my previous life, I spent some time working for Farm Credit of the Virginias, so I got to work directly from the lending side. And we had a program there called the Knowledge Center, which did a lot of outreach to beginning farmers and minorities and veterans. And so kind of in that same vein, we wanted to try to bring partners together to put on some of these workshops to help those people who are most interested in agriculture. So financing obviously is very important, and as we began looking at assembling our team here, we said, well, you know, there's a lot of conservation opportunities as well, right? As to do our soil and water conservation districts and NRCS, there's lots of cost share funding. So let's add a component to, in addition to the financing, to the conservation piece. And then, of course, Cooperative Extension is a big partner, being able to reach out to our potential prospects, and then certainly being here at VSU. So the program has evolved. This is the fourth one we've done around the state, and one thing I'm the most proud of is that each time we've done another one, the crowds have gotten larger. Our first one was probably 25, and I think today we're up to over 50 actual participants. So we hope that the information that is shared today can be helpful. This is very informal. We'll have the various components of the program will come up today and speak, and then we'll be able to have questions. So for example, our first 3 banks that'll be here, they're going to each speak about 20 minutes, and then hold your questions, if you would, until the end. And we'll bring their representatives back up and have like a half an hour Q&A session. The goal really, and what I love about this, for example, in the financing piece is we have 3 banks here that really are all competitors. I mean, everybody wants to get business. But the thing that we've learned is that agriculture is such a great industry because even though we may be competing for your business, we're still willing to share information to try to help. And so it's a bigger vision than just getting a sale. It's how can we really offer opportunities for that next generation to be successful. So I really want to thank everyone for being here. This is a chance today that I hope you have fun. I hope that you'll take advantage of the networking. I hope that you'll ask lots of questions. All of our presenters have booths around the room here with information and experts that can help answer your questions. And whether it's what can Farm Service Agency do to help getting started, what services do they have to our conservation districts and what resources are available to help our producers as well. So again, use this time to ask questions and to network and get to know other people because I think the relationships here will be very important. We got your email information, so you're going to get a follow-up email afterwards for a survey, and we hope to continue doing these next year as well. So if there's topics that you'd like to see added, if there's parts that need more attention, if there's things you think we can do to make it more beneficial, please share that feedback because we really read those and try to implement as we go forward.